everybody's doing well, blessed, and enjoying family. As always, muchas gracias to everyone for everyone's words, wishes, prayers, as the love and support everyone shares and sends my way. From the heart, gracias. Also, do please like, share, subscribe, and hype to the video. And before I get started, please give me a minute. I want to thank every single one of you for your prayers, good wishes, whatever. These last couple days it's been hard. I've been clinically dead for four days, four something days. When I say clinically dead, I mean clinically dead. Just to explain a little bit, you guys know I went in for blood. I guess I had another big infection in my body the doctors didn't know about. And it did a negative reaction with the blood. And I remember I just stood up and doctors wanted me to lay down, but I couldn't breathe at all. Nothing. So I wasn't going to do it. The doctor said he was going to put a setting in me and lay me down. But when he did that, I wasn't going to be able to breathe on my own or nothing like that, which I wasn't already able to. I felt it. I felt a lot of things I know when I was dying. And anyways, he would put that and knock me out. And he would literally put all the tubing inside me, to keep me alive at least for a little bit longer, if you guys want to call it that. He put in to help my heart beat through machines, my lungs also inhale, exhale through machines. I was clinically dead. I was just being kept by machines. Up until the point, you guys know I wasn't supposed to see my headphone. They made her come all the way from Michoacan when she knows she should have not, right? For obvious reasons. They gave her permission to sit with me for a half hour and say goodbye to me. She said she held onto my legs and just prayed, and said goodbye to me and then ended up going home. And just imagine that here's a stupid idiot that even throughout time, man, I still can't find a way to stop making my family suffer because of me. Just imagine mother having to do that. But anyways, God is so amazing. I don't know why I came back. Doctors don't know why I came back. I'm dead serious and I will show here soon the paperwork for the doctor's stay. I will not wake up from the tubing once they remove them. There is no way. They flew me all the way to Mexico City. But anyways, I want to use this not in a wee ha ha any type of way. You guys know it's not why I'm on here. But I do want to put it out to push it on top of the message, right? And what it has been a big part of the message. and that is we're always in God's timing and hands. No matter what they say, how many times since I've been with the doctors told me I should have been gone. This time I was gone. They didn't expect me for one day, me wanting to set up. I couldn't because I had all the machines inside me, but I was right awake and I wanted to set up. And no, I'm not strong. I can't explain it. If it was up to me, I love everybody and I'm honest. I'm tired. They should have left me there, tubed up, and let me go. Going through pain every day, through struggles breathing, through everything. I don't see the sense in it no more. But I'm also never going to question what God decides for me to do or have to go through. Anyways, I will be updating you better on a live. I don't know when that's going to be. As you guys can hear, my throat is terrible from that tubing. I just needed to put something out. You guys are my friends. You guys are my family. I feel it's just right for my end, to keep you informed. But I want to put out a little story, in the sense of the message. The message is always going to continue. One, things are going to change. I don't care nothing about YouTube. I could have it one way or another. It's none of my business. I always came on here to tell my story and only my story. And with all this that happened, it made it a lot clearer that, you know, I'm not going to say my person has value like I used to. I used to always say that when I was active. My person has way too much value, fool. My person has an inlook that God wants people to see. And I want to concentrate on that. But on this one, I want to take you back to Ironwood. Just real quick. You guys know later down the tier or down the line, wino would be together in Ironwood, right? But this time in Ironwood, he was there on a layover. He was going to go to Lancaster, and he did what Wino knew what to do, and that's push camaradas against other Billies. He was just a little snake like that. For example, with me, he knew I was under Terco and also, but as well, Sapo was there from San Pedro, right? You couldn't disrespect. But he started politics. He wanted his name to be the only one camaradas heard of. What I mean by that is Wino was known everywhere to land, to do so much snake stuff, to the point to take someone's life. Not him physically, but you guys get it. He did it there in Ironwood. He did it there in Gallipet and Lancaster. He did it in Corcoran once I met up with him. But sticking to Ironwood, there was a big dude. Also, not also from Hammett. This also was from IE, but it was from Redlands. And I don't know what he did to Wino. That Wino put his eyes on him like, this is the guy I want to prove my point. To him, it was important to get there and clip a camarada to prove a point to the other members that yo soy el más chingón, to camaradas to say, I'm the one that knows the rules and regulations of the MA better. You see, for those that really know that him, he was so full of pride. He thought his way and his brother's way was the only way to uphold and represent La M. And he made sure he threw it on other Billy's faces by taking out camaradas. When this happened, right away the squad moved them to Lancaster, right? And there was a big uproar. I know Sapo took it back to the Fed, and Terco definitely up in the Bay. Also would end up in Corcoran. But think about this. Just think about his snaky ways of just so much chingón and how he would throw around camaradas or people, period, just to prove it. 2 months later, he gets to Lancaster. And in Lancaster, he sends my cousin Tito from La Rana. From La Rana. I'm so sorry. My mind's just so stupid right now. Tito from Clica Los Monos from La Habra. He sends them on a mission to go stab Cowboy. He was an undercover Billy walking the main line, but Wino felt he wasn't playing his part the way he should be. Wino's in the home. Remember this. Cowboys on the linea walking. Those that are in the know who Cowboy is. He's just skating by. They all do that. Toro from Cuca did that. Raul from Corona. As long as squat don't snatch you, take advantage of that. There's nothing wrong. Well, Wino found the wrong angle to be wrong. Supposedly, he was neglecting the responsibilities. He was putting down the causa. And just for that and that alone, he had Tito from La Habra take his life by the soccer fields in Lancaster. Never mind the time Tito got. Never mind that was a full-blown carnal, freshly made, that needed guidance. All that matter is, I did this. I called this. But anyways, the end look on this one is just that be careful throughout every walk, or should I say every yard, every situation, every senor, every camarada. Always keep an eye open for the extra agendas, because they're always there. But most of all, keep your eye on the ball. If you're already buzzed, to keep your eye on the ball, and that's to go home, do your time, stay true to yourself, and loyal to your loved ones.